Hi everyone, JJ here. Welcome back. Well, Wall Street has been dumping Elon Musk, Tesla, and X for that matter, as Elon's popularity continues to implode. I'm going to break that down for you today. That's the topic. Let's get straight into it. You can see this headline here, which goes some way to explain it. Tesla's brand is toxic and its sales are in the toilet. But why is Tesla's brand becoming toxic? Now, Gary Black here on X, who's a Wall Street analyst who hasn't really done that well on Tesla stock, it has to be said, but he says, why is Tesla stock down minus 21% over the past 8 days? And he's got some options here for a poll that people have voted on. Now, the biggest winner here is the DOGE brand impact. 43% people have said, and BYD, cheap autonomy. Now, that's talking about full self-driving, the Chinese car company, really the biggest EV maker on the planet right now, bigger than Tesla, yes, has come out with free autonomy, free full self-driving, and even in their $10,000 model, which is pretty incredible. Only 11% say that. And then risk Elon buys OpenAI. We'll get into that a bit later. He's trying to buy OpenAI and had a clash with Sam Altman. And January volume sucked. They have deliveries have gone down way across the world. I've reported on that. If you go back and see previous videos, I'm doing these every day. Down in Germany, for instance, 60% down in Germany. And we'll look into the reasons for that. But sales of Tesla down across the world and particularly in Europe, but in California as well. Now, the stock price is down 29.87% as of the last session, but you can see over the past year, it's up 78.87%. So when Trump got elected, when people knew that he was going to get into office, the share price shot up based on that he would get favorability from the new administration, Elon would, but then it's faded since he actually got into office. Then Elon started with DOGE. And this is another possible example of why Tesla stock price could be going down and Wall Street selling it off. Make no mistake, that is Wall Street. There are a lot of retail investors in the stock, but it's Wall Street that really moves it. So they've been driving it down. So Tesla stock is tumbling. Blame BYD. Is it this free autonomy that they're bringing out and cheap cars, much cheaper than Tesla, even though they've got 100% tariffs in the US. That's why in the US you're not seeing them very many places, but other places in the world, rest assured they are kind of everywhere, becoming everywhere in some countries. And this headline, dark clouds gather over Tesla as sales plummet worldwide. And that is true. But what is the reason? Elon's bizarre behavior is killing Tesla sales. That's one possible thing that's happening. As I said, in Germany in particular and in Europe, don't like things looking fascist given the history there. And Elon, was this accidental? He put a lot of effort into that, seemed to enjoy doing it. You know, he's emboldened and, takes risks. Did he do this on purpose to show his true colors? A lot of people do think so. And Elon Musk's far-right politics are tanking Tesla sales. So a lot of people are thinking that this is the reason that Tesla sales are tanking, apart from the increased competition. And here we see Tesla sales fall 60% in Germany, as I said, as owner Elon Musk continues to back far-right AfD party. Nobody wants to be associated with it. Can you see what could be happening here in Wall Street? They're not stupid, although some people say that many are, but they're seeing this. And also, even the Tesla board, including his brother, Elon's brother, Kimball, selling stock lately. Tesla CFO chair and chairwoman are selling stock, and Elon's brother sold tens of millions worth of Tesla stock. So, as I've said, the chair of Tesla sold $118 million just in the last 3 months alone. They did flag it a while ago that they were going to do it up to $300 million. But as I said yesterday in the video, they don't have to do it. And Elon's saying that the market cap of Tesla will go up hugely when FSD comes out in robots soon. So why would they be selling in that case? And as for X, Wall Street again selling down X, which is a private company now. Twitter used to be public, went private, but Morgan Stanley kicks off $2.97 billion loan sale for X. Loan pitched at 98 cents or higher with 9.5% interest rate. Banks have already sold $6.5 billion of X debt this year. So they're trying to unload. They loaned Elon money to buy X, and it hasn't been going well, and they're trying to offload this onto who knows who's going to be buying this anyway. So the X investment for Wall Street banks not going so well, and they want out, and they're trying to sell it off right now. So that's not good for Elon's reputation. And also we have this to do with the brand damage that's happening. Tesla sales dropping worldwide with brand image in tatters. We can see here, if we see this is favorable, the blue is favorable there, and Tesla brand to Trump voters is up, but down for Democrats, which is not surprising in the slightest. But however, EV buyers aren't really Trump voters. You know, the conservatives that I've talked to, and I see it online, are still not keen to buy EVs. So how many Teslas are they actually going to buy? Has Elon made a mistake by this? And Wall Street seeing that too. And we have this just out as well. GOP support for Musk influence with Trump falls dramatically in a new poll. Now, if you're getting value out of this episode so far, I'd really appreciate it if you remember to hit that like button to help the algorithm to spread it to more people. And if you want to support the channel more, you can join as a member. Hit that join button and check it out. You get early access to videos and priority reply to comments. Some of these videos are getting a lot of views now, so that it highlights the comments for me to reply to members. Or if you just want to do a one-off donation rather than monthly, there's always super thanks. Really appreciate it. It's just me here doing this every day. There's no team behind me as yet, but I enjoy doing it. The share of Republicans who say they want tech billionaire Elon Musk to have significant influence in the Trump administration has fallen substantially in the months since President Trump was elected. In the Economist YouGov poll taken in the days after the November 24 election, 47% of those surveyed Republicans said they wanted Musk to have a lot of influence in the Trump administration, while 29% wanted a little and 12% wanted him to have none at all. So fairly strong support for Elon when he was campaigning for Trump there. But since he's got elected, it's a different story. It says today, however, the share of Republicans who say they want Musk to have a lot of influence has fallen substantially to 26%. So falling away there, considering what he's doing with DOGE, people don't like, they think probably he's having too much influence, I say. Meanwhile, 43% of Republican respondents say they want Musk to have a little influence, and 17% now say they want him to have none at all. And not surprisingly, Democrats aren't very keen on Musk having much influence at all. Only 6% of each group say they want Musk to have a lot of influence. So overall, 13% of surveyed Americans want Musk to have a lot of influence. That's 13%. And 46% say they want none at all. 46% of Americans say in the survey they want Elon to have none at all, no influence. But they can see, everybody can see how much influence he's having. And we'll get to that. He's doing press conferences in the White House, in the Oval Office with Trump. That's how much influence he's getting in DOGE. We can see here Elon Musk DOGE activities trigger protests and vandalism for Tesla. That's what it's come to. This is the brand damage, and this is in Wall Street. You can see this, and we can see some here, the graffiti. So it begins. I predict a whole lot more of this. This poster says we can see some graffiti on one of the Tesla dealerships or stores there. And this Tesla stores are targeted by vandals and arsonists, which is not great. The FBI is involved. It's not good to see this. This is getting pretty serious when things like this are happening. And Tesla student recruitment event on MSU campus sparks protest against Elon Musk. It's come to that. I mean, what other kind of brand do you know? There have been incidents, but not to this extent, with this vandalism and all kinds of things going along against the well, I was going to say founder, but he's soon to be the founder, the CEO at least. And this after Musk's gesture, we know what that gesture was here. Heil Tesla activists call for boycott. This was in the German factory, projected on there. And of course, this as well, people who have bought Teslas, liberals, are putting these stickers on their cars. Oust Elon, and I bought this before we knew Elon was crazy, putting these stickers on to show they do not support Elon. Also graffiti on Cybertrucks in various ways here, and on signs. This one's in my country, New Zealand. People are really angry at Elon. You can tell that's having some brand damage. I think it'd be foolish not to think that it is. And people selling their Teslas too. My bubby would be proud that I stood up for our values, sold Tesla, this person. And there have been numerous reports of people selling, but then they have to be sold to somebody. So we're wondering how good the used car sales are. And this question is being asked, has Elon Musk appointed himself dictator of America through the Department of Government Efficiency because they're seeming to have so much power? And I've talked about this article by Gil Duran, who has outlined what he thinks that Musk is up to. Reboot revealed Elon Musk CEO dictator playbook. And this is because of an influential, I was going to say philosopher, but really he was just a programmer, amateur philosopher who has turned out to have a lot of influence on the broligarch bros, the tech bros, who have a lot of influence on power, including Peter Thiel and Elon Musk, where it's a CEO dictator. It may sound bizarre, but he lays it out, and Musk seems to be carrying out this thing. And as we can see here, Elon Musk defends cost-cutting efforts in the Oval Office. Does he look like Trump's CEO there, the country CEO? He's in the Oval Office. He brought his child in too. And this, I think, is a ploy to make him seem more sympathetic. He's talking about serious issues, bringing his kid in there. I saw a YouTuber the other day who was talking about a financial failure to his fans, and he had his kid with him too. It's like this is a tactic to make them seem more sympathetic. And I don't know, is that child abuse? If that is the case, he didn't have to bring his kid into the meeting. Some say it's cute, but this is talking about people's social security and taking money away. I mean, really, it does seem like a bit of a tactic that he's using there. And during that meeting, it was revealed afterwards, Trump signs executive order giving DOGE more power. Elon Musk takes questions in the Oval Office, and I'm not going to subject you to what he said there, but some of it seemed like blatant lies. There were reporters there, journalists, but they didn't answer that many tough questions. Although it still was interesting, Elon found them hard to answer, and I think he was blatantly lying in some of them. And this has been happening. Secrecy preceded the shutdown of the Consumer Protection Agency's Washington headquarters. And that's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that was shut down. And this, I think, has been really unpopular because I think up to $20 billion of money back to people who were defrauded and wronged by various companies. And Elon and Trump want to delete this. So people aren't happy about this. Other people don't even know about it. And why might Elon in particular want to do this? Doge-backed halt at CFPB comes amid Musk plans for X digital wallet. So he wants to turn X into this payments platform. He's talked about this since PayPal days, and it would benefit him for there to be less protection on consumers. So imagine if you were wronged by X in some payments, this is where you'd go to try and get your money back, and he wants to delete it. Fancy that. Imagine that. Opinion. Elon Musk turns his sights to social security as well. Could he cut it? So turning his sights to social security, is this going to be popular? Is this going to be damage his brand? Does he care? I think that he thinks he's invincible, and he thinks that he's loved because he's in a bubble of people around him that love him so much. Even on X, his band of evangelicals there who just parrot anything that he says. And I was on there today talking about this, and they're even defending him about the protection agency, just parroting everything he says. It's kind of ridiculous. And they're all quite young too. They were talking about the global financial crisis. It was obvious that they did not live through that. They didn't see that what happened there, the corruption involved there, and that bureau was set up after that to help people. But this, don't let Elon Musk hang Social Security out to dry. There have been various Republican senators who have wanted to get Social Security out as well, so he's got some help there. But this poster says King Leon, that's Elon, sets his sights on entitlements. At this point, Elon says, I am 100% certain that the magnitude of the fraud in federal entitlements, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, welfare, disability, etc., exceeds the combined sum of every private scam you've ever heard by far. It's not even close. And this meme here says it all to that. I know you're lying, but continue. I don't know where he's getting this from. This is just an old line that various right-wing parties say all around the world when they want to cut security and cut benefits. That's what they say without substantiating it at all. And we know that he lies. He lies constantly, but he was really caught out in this one. And I think if he's lying about something like this, there's a massive probability that he's lying elsewhere, and Trump does too, of course. So fraud. Elon Musk is lying about being good at video games. That video there outlined he was caught, blatantly caught lying about being good at video games. It was so obvious on a live stream that he was getting people to boost, getting people to play for him and going in there, and it was obviously he didn't know what he was doing. And Democrats demand conflict of interest answers over Elon Musk's DOGE role. So finally, Democrats are doing something. They've been pretty quiet, been pretty slow. Elon Musk's been rushing in there, doing things, hoping to get as much done in terms of what he wants, I think, before anybody even notices. But people are starting to notice. Judges are taking notice, putting injunctions on what they're doing at DOGE. And this question was a difficult one for Elon as well. Elon Musk forced to explain why Tesla did not pay any federal taxes for 5 years despite making $6.7 billion on profits. He said Tesla losses were high for many years, so carry forward. So at the same time that he's looking to cut government departments and getting government contracts and various subsidies for his own companies, not paying a lot of tax for years and years. It's not a good look. And one cybersecurity group is suing DOGE over data access. It's the latest legal action against Elon Musk, a government agency. And there are so many legal actions now, even talking about a class action. So people are mobilizing. Actually, people are getting in the streets in some cases. And as I mentioned earlier, just lately, Elon Musk had put in a bid to buy OpenAI, even though he's got xAI too. He had some sort of consortium together to try and buy it. And Sam Altman says he feels sorry for Elon Musk and his bottomless insecurity, which is a pretty funny episode, but also kind of tragic. Elon Musk talks about buying AI, and he says, no, thank you, but we will buy Twitter for $9.74 billion if you want. And remember that Elon bought it for $44 billion, and Elon Musk says swindler. And Sam said Elon tries all sorts of things for a long time. He said, this is the latest, this week's episode. Probably his whole life is from a position of insecurity, Altman added. I feel for the guy. I don't think he's a happy person. I do feel for him. Well, I don't think that's true. I think that was a troll. And, you can have all the money in the world and so much power and still not be happy. That's the thing. And he doesn't seem like a happy person, I don't think, too. And that came through in his biography as well. And doing things like this is not endearing him to people either. So I'd love to know what you think about this. Leave me a comment letting me know what you think about the brand, Tesla brand. Is it going down the tubes? Is Elon hurting it with his antics? And is it toxic now? Is this the reason that the Tesla stock is being sold down now from all the public things he's doing with DOGE? And those many other things that I outlined as well, let me know in the comments. Now, I read comments every day for about an hour, so I see your comment. If you want me to see it, priority reply for comments, you can join on YouTube, the memberships there, and you also get early access to videos by quite a few hours in most cases, most days. And in the meantime, I'm going to put a video here, a related video. Go and see that now if you want to. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.